All right, so when we talk about diets, there are many different diets out there. Everyone's talking about carnivore diet, Atkins diet, vegan diet. There's all kinds. But you have to understand this one specific thing. All diets, the reason why they exist and the reason why they may work for some people and not for others is because the macronutrients are split up. Each diet is programmed to remove one specific micronutrient to where you can now be able to be in a caloric deficit. So the whole point around diets and why they help other people lose fat is because they allow for a caloric deficit. Now, the diet that I'm going to tell you about that I'm doing, it's not really a diet, it's a framework that you can use and you can implement other things with it. This is what I'm using in 2025 that's helping me a lot, and it's keeping everything very simple, right? So to start off, I'm going to get straight into it. You want to start off with an all fruit diet up until noon. Right, I'm literally doing this with all of the clients that I have. I'm giving them their own protocols based on their macros, based on how many calories they need to be consuming. But for you that's watching this video, you need to be in a caloric deficit, one, but two, fruits until noon. Why are you only eating fruits until noon? Well, one, fruits allow for you to have better glucose control. Two, fruits allow for you to be more satiated, right? You're going to also have all of the water intake that you need because fruits have a lot of water in it. So you're going to stay hydrated. Three, they have sugars in them. And no, it's not too sugary. It's not too much sugars. I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't have any sugar. Fruits, don't eat fruits because they have sugar. Eat fruits because it's natural sugars that your body can use as energy, especially if you go to the gym in the morning. So you want to honestly eat as much fruit as you want. There's no limit to it. You can eat as much fruit as you possibly want. And if you do go to the gym in the morning, take a tablespoon of honey and eat a tablespoon of honey. All right. That's up until noon. You can also have black coffee, which I highly recommend because it's going to help you flush out and like use the bathroom more often. It helps your bowel movement. I know it's uncomfortable for some people to talk about, but you want to then drink water. And I like to drink sparkling water in the morning because, again, it keeps you satiated and makes sure that you're not that hungry in the morning so you can sustain. Now, after noon, you want to break that with a higher carb meal, right? And I know this is going to scare a lot of people. They're going to be like, whoa, I don't want to eat carbs. Carbs are bad. Carbs are not bad for you. There are simple carbs and there are complex carbs. I want you to start off with complex carbs, right? So complex carbs are wild rice, it's sweet potatoes, it's regular potatoes, it's whatever that looks like. You want to be able to eat complex carbs to where you can actually fuel your body with energy after you've already went through that fruit until noon break, right? So you're going to have more complex carbs, and you can also mix in a little bit of simple carbs if you're going to go to the gym. The best time to eat simple carbs, and simple carbs are essentially like your white rice or even just anything that's just very like not as complex. Your body doesn't break it down as well, but it can be transmuted into energy if you're going to exercise right away. So you want to be able to have those simple carbs before you work out, right? And fruits are considered a simple carb to a certain extent, right? So you want to make sure that you break it with with complex carbs, have a little bit of protein in there as well, right? What I like to do after I have that simple carb or the complex carb break after the fruit until noon, once my third meal comes around, that's when I'll literally just, and you can either copy this, it may work for you, it may not work for you. There are other people that I'm working with that I do different things with, but for me, what's working is Greek yogurt, full fat Greek yogurt for me because I actually am looking to gain weight. If you're looking to lose weight or you're looking to lose fat, you want to do fat-free Greek yogurt, right? And then you add protein powder in there. So whatever protein powder you use, if it's chocolate, vanilla, whatever, you want to add it to the yogurt that you're consuming. You can add some fruits in there as well, or you can add some nuts, paws in there as well. And you want to mix it all up and you eat that. That will be your third meal. Now, the final meal that you eat, right? The final meal that you eat will be a high protein, high fiber like meal, right? So it can be a steak, it can be lamb, it can be chicken if you like. I don't like chicken because chicken's a weak bird. We don't do chicken out here. You can do all of those other protein sources that you choose, right? Obviously, it has to fit into your macros. It has to fit. Everything has to fit. If it doesn't fit, don't do it. Right? So you have to figure out what your macros are and use this framework to fit all of your macros in there. It may be that you need to eat more portions of the foods that I just mentioned to be able to reach the macros for you to hit your goals. But the simple framework is your third meal of the day is going to be your big dinner. right? So you're going to eat that. You're going to have a little bit of carbs in there as well, a little bit of complex carbs. Maybe it's another round of sweet potatoes, or it's another round of wild rice or quinoa, something along those lines. And then you're good, right? You're good for the rest of the night. Now, if you find that you're hungrier, if you find that you need to eat something, have something that has a little bit more fiber in it, right? So that way you can digest yourself a little bit while you sleep. You can wake up, you immediately use the bathroom. Have something like that. You can eat a little bit more protein at night as well. Maybe have a little bit more of the Greek yogurt, or maybe even some cottage cheese at night. You can consume that. Now, that's essentially the diet that I'm sticking to, the framework that I'm sticking to for the next month or two, right? Maybe even longer than that. It's very simple. It's very easy for me to do. My body changes because of that. I'm getting a lot more filled out, which is good. I'm not as lean as I was in the previous videos, but that's what I do. Now, supplements. Supplements, what I like to do is vitamin C, your zinc, your iron, your magnesium. I take that at night. Magnesium glycinate, I take that at night because it helps me sleep better, as well as glycine. Glycine is separate from magnesium glycinate, but I take glycine and magnesium before I sleep. That gets me into deep sleep. I don't need to sleep as much, and I still feel refreshed, right? I don't have these dark circles anymore. So those are the supplements. And then obviously your whey protein, you want to take whey protein isolate, right? And then when it comes to your creatine, right? If you're gaining weight, or if you want to gain weight, if you want to bulk up, right, you can use creatine, about 5 grams of creatine, or 5 grams of creatine, to be able to supplement for that, because it'll hydrate your muscles. It'll make you have that bigger, more fuller effect, right? When people are cutting, I tend to not give them creatine because, again, I don't want them to be bloated. I don't want them to, feel like they're just puffy. So I keep that away, right? Until they get to a point where they're back to building more muscle and we hit that hypertrophy phase. So that's essentially literally what I'm consuming over the next few months. And I promise you, like, it's a big difference already. So I would highly recommend you follow that framework, especially the fruit until noon. A lot of people don't talk about this, but eating fruits until noon is very, very good for you. The energy that you get is insane. Now in the morning, if you are somebody who does not have a lot of energy in the morning, I recommend black coffee, tablespoon of butter, grass-fed butter, and then you add some theanine in there. Theanine is really good, L-theanine. It'll be really good. You can add that in as well. That's going to help you sustain the energy throughout the day. So these are like basically my nutrition hacks that I do that you can do as well. It's very simple. It's very clean. It's very easy. If you're looking for more help along those lines, link will be in the description. You can tap into my High Status Fitness Club. It's a school community I just put out. It's very, very affordable. It's something where, like, you get all my fitness knowledge, you get all of my nutrition knowledge, you get everything that I know, and I do group calls once a week with everybody. So I would be excited to have people in there, communicate with everybody, figure out what their issues are. And for my High Status Fitness Elite members who are basically just working with me one-on-one to get customized diets, customized meal plans, that is another option as well. DM me on Instagram if you're interested in that, if you want something that's more custom to you. But overall, school community is going to be great. It's going to have a lot of information. It's also personal branding in there as well to help you if you're building in public, you're building your physique, you want to document it, you want to build a YouTube channel, you want to be more present on social media. All of that is included as well. So I want to keep this short and sweet, make this simple for you to understand and for you to internalize. But I hope this was helpful, and I'm going to catch you on the next video.